And closing arguments are now underway in the sex trafficking trial against music mogul Sean Diddy Combs. Prosecutors called 34 witnesses ranging from alleged victims and escorts to law enforcement agents and assistants. Meanwhile, the defense did not call a single witness and instead submitted evidence for the record. Closing arguments are now underway in the sex trafficking trial, as we said, against Combs. Scripps News national correspondent Alex Miller is live in New York. Alex, you have been following this trial since the beginning. I think people who are just tuning in now are saying it's kind of bizarre that the defense wouldn't call any witnesses to defend Sean Combs. But what themes has the government touched on so far today, and why didn't the defense feel the need to call anyone to the stand?
Well, of course, we didn't expect Sean Combs to be called to the stand, but you're right. It was a relatively short case done in a matter of hours. They had initially said that the defense had initially said they were going to present about a week's worth of material, ended up not doing so. But right now we are in the middle of closing arguments before the jury is handed this case. Prosecutors, the U.S. Attorney Christy Slavik, going through the charges with the jury right now. She's working off of a PowerPoint, and we spent the bulk of the morning talking specifically about this RICO charge, the conspiracy charge, specifically relating to the idea that Sean Combs knew about everything that was happening under his watch. And not only did he know about it, he facilitated it and he allowed it to happen. This is essentially a summary of everything we have seen since this trial first began. We heard again about that now infamous Intercontinental Hotel tape. We heard about the break-in and the alleged arson at Kid Cudi's house. Again, hearing about the kidnapping of his assistant, Capricorn Clark. And the prosecutor really made sure to talk about some very specific incidents with Cassie Ventura and also another one of Diddy's ex-girlfriends known as Jane. Specifically about Cassie Ventura, we heard about these stories when Sean Combs would beat her up. She'd have black eyes, she'd be very injured, and he would send her to a hotel for a number of days, up to a week, to recover so that she wasn't in public. According to the prosecutor, that is defined as kidnapping. When you look at the situation with Jane as well, I thought it was really interesting how she broke this down for the jury. Jane also participated, according to her, in these hotel nights. She said that the jury needs to find that Combs used force, fraud, threats, or coercion to force her to participate in those nights. They don't have to agree on all of them. Even if they agree on one of those words, that is enough to say that he sex trafficked her as well. And there was a lot of questions about the fact that she was a willing participant in some of these things. That she said she enjoyed spending time with him, and that's why she was agreeable to this. But according to prosecutors, if she said no even one time, that is enough to convict him of sex trafficking here. So that is really where we have ended up as we are on this lunch break. But you can see how they're really trying to paint a picture of this conspiracy, of his employees that participated in it, and how they believe that he sex trafficked multiple girlfriends to participate in these hotel room nights and also to distribute drugs to them over the course of many years.
Okay, so lunch break now. When they come back, how much longer are they planning to speak, and when can we expect the jury to actually start deliberating this case?
Prosecutors had said that they were going to take about 4 hours to deliver their closing arguments. They're a little bit more than halfway through, so barring anything happening this afternoon, we should be done early this afternoon with prosecutors. They were going to initially try to squeeze all of the closing arguments just into today. We now know that tomorrow morning, the defense, Mark Agnifilo, Sean Combs' lead attorney, is going to deliver those closing arguments for the defense at 9 a.m. They're going to take, they say, a little bit less time, so about morning time, around the lunch recess, we should be done with the defense closing arguments. Then the prosecutors will get a chance at a rebuttal, and then the judge will read the jury the charges officially and hand them the case. So the jury could get the case tomorrow afternoon, obviously likely coming back Monday for deliberations if it ends up taking as long as we think.
All right, Scripps News national correspondent Alex Miller live for us in New York. Alex, thank you.